Hello and welcome back to Just One Question. This is your host Neelakshi Sengupta, and I have with me once again the highly sensitive actor SHERNAZ Patel. Hi SHERNAZ. I have been told by many that theatre actor's life is a difficult one. There are many decisions to be taken, many sacrifices to be made. Would you like to talk about that?
Theatre actor's life is very hard. It requires a lot of passion to stick with it. Most of the people from our generation who started out in the theatre, the moment they got film work, they were gone. So for idiots like us who have stuck with it all these years, it is something that can only be described as just pure and complete love and belief and knowing that you cannot live unless you do this, that you cannot breathe unless you do this, and that keeps you going. Of course, if you're clever, like most theatre actors are, there's a lot of jugaad. You figure out other ways to make a living, and there are a lot of ancillary things which give you income. I do a lot of voicing work, so as a voiceover I make a big amount of my monthly money, and I will do film work. Of course, as producers we work. I'm also the artistic director of another theatre enterprise, so that takes up a lot of my time. So I'm some teaching work, so you're constantly doing other things, but the priority is the theatre.
I can feel that.
Tomorrow, if I get an ad film shoot or if I get a feature film shoot and it clashes with the date of my theatre play, I will choose the play over the film. That is very clear, that is non-negotiable, and that is the way I have lived from the beginning. I think that is the difference between being a person who says, this is my first priority and this is what drives my life, the rest is just to keep me going.
That's true commitment towards your passion. Much appreciated, SHERNAZ. And you play a dual role though, that of an actor and a producer. Doesn't the double role get difficult sometimes?
Luckily, first of all, because we are three of us, we get to share the load of the producing of the play. I think if I was to break the three of us up, I think I like to have the top view, the bird's eye view of any production that we're doing. I think Rajat is the hands-on guy who's goes into the absolute minutest detail, and Rahul has the completely commercial eye because he's so great with advertising, marketing. So we all bring our own little perspective into producing a play. What I like about producing is that it's more than about you. As an actor, you go into something and it's all about me, 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 me. Whereas here we are looking at the whole. You're looking at, first of all, building something that is, even though we may have less money, making it as professional as possible. I think we are, I'm not boasting, but we are definitely one of the most professionally run companies in Bombay City for sure. And we've learned over time how to make that as professional as possible. But it's also the challenge of what do we do next? How we've got a fantastic audience base, so what can we bring to them? So deciding on the play, deciding on the director, deciding on a design team, on working with a director on casting, and then running the play, taking it to other cities. We travel a lot. Theatre is not now just about going into 4 main Indian metros. We go to small towns, and they're hungry for live entertainment, and they actually accept us with open arms. We just did Love Letters in Indore, and it was fantastic. An audience that doesn't even normally watch English theatre was there, and with a play that's quite difficult in form because it's just two people reading letters to each other, and within the flash of an eye I've gone from the age of 8 to the age of 12, and you get it without us changing costumes or makeup or anything. And so it's a difficult text in that sense for an audience that doesn't normally watch plays, but they loved it, and that gives us a great high as producers to do that, to expose new audiences to theatre.
And there's a lot more you guys do as a team.
Of course, then our writers program takes up a lot of our time as producers, because you nurture, the joy is in watching playwrights thrive. So many of our playwrights today have gone on to international work, and with big theatres, the Royal Court or the National Theatre, or they're winning awards. They're successful, and that gives us great joy to know that we have in some small way contributed to that. So I think there's so many interesting things that a producer can do and should be doing, and I like the fact that I'm not only an actor. I like the fact that I have this second, perhaps more important role to play.
This is what the real image of a true commitment to one's arts look like. Amazing. Thank you, SHERNAZ, for sharing. And now we know that if you want to, there's a lot more one can do, in spite of all odds. And hearing you speak, I hope our audience here is getting as inspired as I am. And on that note, this is Neelakshi Sengupta, taking your leave from just one question, with promises of bringing in more stories to learn from.